welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It is arguably the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. One game to decide it all. It's the AFC champion Denver Broncos and the champions of the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. Wherever you are, welcome to America's great sports day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Super Bowl Sunday, 195 different countries know all about it. They're watching, Greg, and for the players, this moment. They built so much, and now it's here. A chance to take the field in the biggest football game of them all.
Yeah, what do we hear? From every team leading up to the Super Bowl. For the players that have been here before, there's such an advantage. You know what to expect. You know what pregame feels like. You know how to handle the emotions leading up to it. But for the new players, the new coaches, no matter how much you tell them, there's still an element of uncertainty that really doesn't hit you until that ball is kicked off. So who handles it better? Who's more prepared for this stage? We're a couple minutes from finding out, and man, I think we are in for a great game.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL, and Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Seattle.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. Shotgun run now with Walker. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
Walker, first down and more. And he's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. The first touchdown of Super Bowl 60. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
their own.
So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. No chance to get away. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Broncos.
That's already 2 catches for this guy. We haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet, and that's really what these running backs have become in the league. They're really just all-around weapons, and if the ground game's not working, you can go to the air, and vice versa. The more times this guy touches the ball, the better it is for this offense.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
2nd and inches. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead goes Harvey. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And he let him a bit too much. And pass is incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receiver saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. On 4th down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos are on the board. It's 7-3. So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Open, left side is Barner. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, The second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Darnold again. Shaheed with the catch. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday.
Make us happy. Get these 3 points. Make that kick. Make that kick. That's an easy 3.
1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Darnold to throw again. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
At their own 10-yard line.
The Broncos offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Complete to Marvin Mims. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Nick's going to look to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
A gain of 22 yards.
That pass play, good for 22. Good for a Denver 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Down the sideline to the 20. What a terrific run. They finally bring them down at the 15-yard line. A big play here in the big game. An even 40 yards.
Well, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch right there, and that's something that every offense stresses. The ability to be equally effective run and pass on any given snap. They follow up the successful pass play with a big explosive run. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Toss left side, that's Harvey. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. He's got it at the 7. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Harvey trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on 1st down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
Again, it's Harvey. And he barrels his way into the end zone. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Denver.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. It's up and through. Broncos are on top. It's now 10-7.
Seahawks 7.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
And the Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the 1st quarter. And at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Into space at the 45. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Gain of 19 yards.
How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains. 19 for this one.
1st and 10.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, Here's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
After a spirited first quarter here in Super Bowl 60, it's the Broncos with the early lead. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. That's a pickup at 9. Is going to set up 2nd and 1.
At the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and he'll take this one in. Zach Charbonnet, touchdown Seahawks.
In this offense, they just continue to find such creative ways to get the ball into the hands of their playmakers, and this time they use the pre-snap motion to help their guy gain leverage, and it's just an easy pitch and catch for the touchdown.
Now the point after try from Myers. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks are on top. It's 14 to 10.
Seahawks 14, Broncos 10.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, here's Mims. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
So they dial up zone coverage. This time it's 2 deep safeties. And what they do is they're going to split the field in half. In each safety, they're going to read the quarterback's eyes. And when that front hand comes off the ball to throw, they've got to break. So they've got a lot of room to cover back there. In this case, a really nice job contesting the throw, knocking it away.
R.J. Harvey. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Here's Nix to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Big Leonard Williams that time forces his way in for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. He's to the 15, and he'll be taken down. A big play here in the big game. 68 yards.
68 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. First down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Walker. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations, backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
One more time with Walker, and this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's 3rd and goal.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs, now after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make a play through the air.
That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Cooper, up, touchdown, Seattle. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Myers now to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks are out to a 21-10 lead.
21. Broncos 10.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. He'll start at the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Nix. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the give, it's Harvey. Finding room across midfield. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Broncos.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and That's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
That's taken in by Franklin. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9
Really
yards.
nice job here by the quarterback,
First down,
understanding what
Denver.
did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in.
Pass interference.
Looks like he
Defense.
might have gotten there early. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the give, this is Harvey. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. To throw is Nix. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
I can tell you from experience, Mike, that is going to be on his mind the rest of the week. It's one thing to drop a ball. That's going to happen every now and then. But when you do it and it takes away a touchdown, man, that stings. So we can talk short-term memory all we want. But I can promise you, this guy, he's hoping to get another shot at it.
Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
2 yards on the play.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good.
Makes the score
And the Broncos
Seahawks 21.
are able to get it back
Broncos
within a
13.
score. So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Shaheed now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Seahawks offense and Cooper Kupp heading back onto the field. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Smith and Jigba. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
First down.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike, but listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
Darnold to throw on 1st down. He'll complete it to Barner. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
There's a short one taken in by Barner. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of
15 yards through the air.
That's good.
It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
They'll go play action with Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
He's got the Alabama product, Robbie Oots.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Got his man at the 6. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
And the Seahawks first
A gain of 11, and it's first and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. Here's Walker. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Singleton on the tackle.
2 minutes to go here till halftime.
Leads to second
Back for more
and goal.
on Super
At the
Bowl
Broncos'
Sunday
5-yard line.
after this. Another one from the 5, second down and goal. Flags come in. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. The task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. To throw is Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is third and goal. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay. This is like me and the homies can trade y'all out.
Third and goal. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. This caught and play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. On fourth down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal.
A 20-yard
This
attempt.
about as short as you can get. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with first and 10. They bring the tight end in motion. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He was tackled at the
Nice job by the
27-yard
running back
line.
making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and They bring him down for a short gain.
Second down. Knicks. The coverage right there. And it's knocked away. Incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down. Really nice play.
Working out of the gun. It's Knicks. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. In motion now is White. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
And 10.
Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. It's second down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, all 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down, and barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Broncos offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end going right. On the handoff, running left is Harvey. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Knicks. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. A first down throw for Knicks. That's caught by Harvey. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing. Knicks. Got it into the hands of Mims. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw is Nix. He'll look underneath for Harvey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This one from 39 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. So, 2 quarters down here in Santa Clara, the Super Bowl 60 halftime. Straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Could we have a finish to remember here in Santa Clara? Second half underway in Super Bowl 60. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now hand up, that's Harvey running left. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Big Leonard Williams brings him down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 7. Again, it's Harvey. Oh! And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Play action now. It's Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play here in the big game. It's a gain of 34.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
He'll carry this one inside the 20, into the red zone. Give him 8 on that carry.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. A run once more, that's Harvey. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Julian Love. 1st and goal, Denver.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what...
And he will get into the end zone. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Broncos. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The Broncos will line
Here's
up
Nix to throw. He'll try to do it with the screen. And he finds his way into the end zone again. Good stretch, finding the goal line, the touchdown, and the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Both these offenses have been in form. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and 1st and 10. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, here's Darnold. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
To return, it's Mims. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. A run with Harvey. And he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Byron Murphy there on the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll throw. It's Nix. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late.
Defense.
He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Nix from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
And the best offense on third downs, Mike, is to be really good on first and second down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
The Broncos bringing out their punter. And a pretty good punt there. Fair catch, taken right around the 11-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready for this next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
4 yards.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
3rd down, they need 5. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. It's complete. He's got Cup. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. When they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Yeah, he did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go play action with Darnold. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that be a bit of a letdown.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
10 yards.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak, and he will have the Seahawks 1st down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
They hook up again, second time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Up the middle, here's Jones. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself first and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
Down to the final quarter in Super Bowl 60. We'll return for the 4th from Santa Clara after this. They'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal. Here's Darnold. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Seattle. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Now the point after drop from Myers. It's up and good. And the Seahawks will go up by 7.
Seahawks 31, Broncos 24.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Big snap on 1st and 10. Moving outside the pocket.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Nix. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He connects with Mims. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 21. Good for a Denver first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Not much there. Maybe a yard.
The 30-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Harvey. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
At the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And he's going to get there. He's got the first down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chains.
We're starting to see this a lot in the NFL. Not only 4th down tries are up, but throwing the ball short of the sticks. Teams are so reliant nowadays on yards after the catch. It could feel a little dicey upon reception, but a nice job here, and fortunately for them, it picks up the first down.
Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible. You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
2nd down. Nix. That one too far. Over the end line. Overthrow. It is incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
And on third down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
And this one's right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer. So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba ready to get back to work. Darnold now on 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Broncos offense back onto the field for their next possession. On 1st down, it's Harvey. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the catch and run for the 1st down.
The Broncos 1st down.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, this is one of those times where you really see the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not the days of just go past the 1st down, turn around, catch it, and fall. We see so many guys around the league that with the ball in their hand, they're almost more running back than they are tight end.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
The 41. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Nix. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Take it in, back at his own 12. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They run straight ahead with Jones. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's a gain of
Give them 14
yards.
on that one. First down, Seattle.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
They'll run for it with Charbonnet. And he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
A first down throw for Nix. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. On first down, here's Nix to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him, so either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient, but either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. That is incomplete, taking the shot there as we reach the 2-minute warning. We are set for 4th and long. Nick's going to throw for it. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. The Seahawks offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But 1 first down will essentially end the game. He'll get this complete to Walker. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. In motion now is White. They'll drop to throw. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
They'll run here with Walker. And, oh, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
2nd and 10.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
For 3rd down, they go with Walker. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and we'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
So the pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. The kickoff team is out of the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Broncos offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
He finds Mims. It's complete. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Broncos.
13 yards.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down.
Nix's pass, complete to Evan Ingram. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Here's second down. Back to throw is Nix. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
Throwing, Nix. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, and this one will come to an end. And that's going to do it in their 50th anniversary season. What a celebration. The Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl champs for the 2nd time. So that'll do it for another sensational season of the NFL on EA Sports. For our entire team and with my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, good night from Santa Clara, California.